Good morning, everybody. It's Sally. I'm green lighting my day on the topic very close to my heart right now because we're in the middle of de-junking our house that we've been in for 15 years, actually. We've owned it for 15. We're not in it the last 3. But when we moved from our townhouse across town to this house with its huge empty basement, everything we own and every box went down there and has never come back up. Very rarely did we go down there except to get Christmas decorations out every year. And it is full of my children's childhood, my mother-in-law's possessions now that she's passed, things that we had from the very beginning of being together. 34 years I've been with Steve, and that's a lot of years to collect. And let's face it, when you come into a marriage and you have very little, it's all about acquisition. You're trying to build your nest. You're trying to have your home, and you need furniture, and you need dishes, and you need the things you need to live. Towels and sheets and bedding, and then you go to the pretty things, and then you just start getting more and more and more, and the next thing you know, you've got stuff you really just have way too much of. You have multiples. And I didn't divest myself as we went along. I gave stuff away. I've given away a lot of stuff. Furniture, but we still have so much. So this message this morning is very, very timely for me because we're going out of town tomorrow for a bit, and I need that, but I also know how much we still have to do, and we have to go through the whole basement, and I have avoided it, so we're not very far ahead down that area, but today I feel very, very motivated, and I'm going to tell you why. I am ready to downsize, more than ready. If I could walk away from this house and not look back, or walk away from the basement and never come back, I would. But I have to face the music and go downstairs and dig out. And I just wanted to encourage you to think about the stuff that we burden ourselves with in our lives. I don't care about fancy stuff. I just like stuff that makes me feel something. When you want something, it's usually about the feeling underneath something. It's the feeling underneath that it is you're thinking if you buy I don't even know. Let's say you really want a fancy pair of shoes or something. It's the feeling of owning those shoes. It's the feeling that you think you're going to feel when you have those shoes on your feet. Now, this does nothing for me because shoes do nothing for me. But the point is there's something. There's something. Let's see, what would get me excited? I don't know, nothing at this point because I want to get rid of everything. But when I see a little pretty piece of china somewhere that someone has hand-painted from like the 20s or the 1800s, I do get excited. I love to see a little hand-painted china. It's only a couple of dollars, and it's just so pretty. Someone needs to appreciate it. So it comes into my house to live. That would be an example. Anyway, I want to read you about these guys' philosophy on minimalism and how I think it's what would free us all up. So here we go. At first glance, people might think that the point of minimalism is only to get rid of material possessions. Eliminating, jettisoning, extracting, detaching, decluttering, paring down, letting go. But that's a mistake. True, removing the excess is an important part of the recipe, but it's just one ingredient. If we're concerned solely with the stuff, then we're missing the larger point. Minimalists don't focus on having less. We focus on making room for more. More time, more passions, more experience, more growth, more contribution, more contentment, more freedom. Clearing the clutter from life's path helps us make that room. Minimalism is the thing that gets us past the things so we can make room for life's important things, which actually aren't things at all. I think that says it pretty well. I know the things I value in life are things that move my heart, my spirit. They give me an experience of joy and freedom and light and yeah. It's walking through that field. It's riding that bike down that path. It's enjoying time speaking to people that you feel really connected with, and just that connecting point. I am so over the stuff I have, and since I have no children that want to take any of it, we've got to get this done. So I want to wish you all well, and minimalism, it's a good thing to think about, especially when you're my age and downsizing is really, really the thing of the moment. You guys, I'm going to put a link below. You might want to read some more, and remember, less stuff, less is more, and it's time to just, get rid of the excess. It's tying you down. I'll see you next week.